Hi, good evening everyone. Dave here, talking about alcoholism again. Hope you're all okay. I'm not having such a bad day. It's a decent day today. Still no craving for alcohol, which is a plus. I hope you're all doing okay anyway. Tonight I'm just going to talk a little bit about how I feel or how I felt when I was drinking. I was riddled with guilt, shame, confusion. I just felt mentally, emotions and everything. I was just so upside down. It was awful. And even when I got sober, I found it even worse in recovery. Because one of the things I had to do, in the middle of feeling all that guilt, shame, confusion, one of the worst things I had to do was I had to, let me think, I had to change friends. People that I thought were friends weren't friends. They were just drinking partners. They were just addictive acquaintances. That's all they were. So I had to change playgrounds and change playmates. And that, because I'm such a sensitive sort of guy when I've got a drink in me, made me feel awful, because I used to think, oh, what they think, I'm just ignoring them. Well, it wasn't only me. They were ignoring me because I wasn't drinking anymore. They didn't want to know me now sober. They just didn't want to know. But I still felt guilty. I was riddled with guilt, thinking I'd let them down. What will they think? Just an isolation. I feel in isolation now. Not so much isolation, but when I was first getting sober, I felt isolated because I'd cut off all my friends. So I had to start building a new group of friends, which from going from knowing everybody and anybody, every street corner, where there were a bench, people would know me, every pub people would know me, every park people would know me. I was well known. And I do stand out a little bit with all these tattoos, so I was easily recognised. But I had to change everything, changing friendships. I had to basically recover in a recovering community. I had to get to know people, and with me, I chose AA. It helped me, even if it didn't help me for anything else. It gave me friends and phone numbers of people that knew what I was going through, understood me, could help me, could be there for me. And a sober community of friends, much better than a community of friends that were just all off their head drunk every day, or taking this drug or taking that drug. And now I've built up quite a good little community of people, phone numbers. I know where people live. I could call on them. I could call them, I could ring them up in the morning and say, hey up mate, I'm feeling a bit rough today, do you fancy going out for a coffee? Yeah, sure. Arrange a time and go have a coffee. I can't understand this either. One of the other things, it's just sparks it up in my head then. Why, when you're trying to be sober, do you go into pubs? Oh, I'll just get a coffee, I'll just get a glass of pop. If you want a coffee or a glass of pop, go in a cafe, go in a restaurant. No need to go in a pub, because all you're doing is tormenting yourself. You know? Go in wet places meaning alcohol, where there's alcohol, pubs. Go in wet places and you will slip. You will slip. I've done it myself. You will slip. Wet floor, slip. You know, wet place, slip. It's good. Sobriety is good. As you can see, I'm tired again. And I slept this morning till about 7 o'clock. Mind you, I was still up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, but I slept 2 or 3 hours. I'm tired again. No, but anyway, stick at it. You know, the emotions of guilt, shame, confusion, are bad, because I used to feel them all the time, every time I was sober. Every time the withdrawal was setting in, I'd feel guilt, shame and confusion. And I used to think, well, once I stopped drinking, it was even worse in recovery. Even worse. You know, I was having to deal with all these emotions. But no medicine in me, my medicine being alcohol. I'm having to deal with it in a totally straight, clear head. It was a very confused head. But I'm having to deal with it with no alcohol to take the edge off it. It's strange, it was frightening at times. But as I say, anyway, I'm going to repeat again what I keep saying to you. If you're just thinking about stopping, or you've just stopped, please, please, please see your doctor. See your doctor either before you stop or when you've just stopped. See your doctor. Because your doctor's dealt with this a million times. They can help you, give you the right medication. If you need hospitalising, they'll hospitalise you. You know, and get a network of friends. As I say, I chose AA. AA was good for me. It still is. I still go to meetings. I was going to go to a meeting tonight, but we've got grandson here. And he's two, nearly 3 years old. He just runs around. It's like he's on speed or something. It's anyway. Stick at it. Stay sober. You know, just deal with things as they happen, and don't run away from them. Don't do what I always used to do. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the next day. My motto used to be, why put off till tomorrow when you can put it off till the day after tomorrow? That was me. I didn't want to face things. But now I do. When there's a problem, I deal with it. Then it isn't something else that's building up in my ever-confused brain. Right, I'm going to shut up at that. I hope you're all doing okay, and I'll catch you in the morning.